So these guys are that's not a people that are in poverty and tribulation and trouble.
But like,
most certainly not.
But like, what if you come from Puerto Rico and you become rich?
Let's deal with this first.
Okay.
Because that was just the beginning. Go on.
But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy.
Yeah, so we're in a state of poverty, but thou art rich. We're rich because we have the knowledge of the scriptures. The scriptures are equivalated with what? Pearls. It says, cast not your pearls before swine. Pearls are a precious resource. So having an understanding of the scriptures, that's what makes us rich.
Oh, so it's like rich like material, or is it like rich like
spiritually rich?
So it's like spiritual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not like material.
No.
But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not.
And the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. So the Bible says there's going to be people claiming to be Jews that aren't. So now there's 12 tribes of Israel, and the term Jew goes back to the word Judah, which is the head tribe. You actually can't see on that. Be a Judah, the head tribe, which is the so-called Negroes. But then where are if these guys are the full 12 tribes, they're Israelites. Where's Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Ephraim, all these other tribes, where they at? They're not on the scene at all. So how can they fulfill that prophecy? So what was it you said after?
No, because I was just curious, like.
Oh, if Ephraimite got rich. Bro, Ephraimite, I mean, you know, what is riches?
Yeah, so I guess it's spiritual and like, but then.
18, I think.
So wait, so if you're spiritually rich, you no longer become.
No, when did I say that?
No, because
I just said that we're spiritually rich.
Okay, so if you're if you're spiritually rich or not spiritually rich, it doesn't change your life.
Bro, what is riches?
But you said spiritual.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about actual, like monetary,
like
physical
material.
riches. What's that? What would you describe as riches?
I mean, because you were talking like you guys aren't poverty.
Yeah,
so,
but just tell me what riches are.
I mean, I guess the opposite of what you guys consider yourselves to be.
I mean, give me something tangible.
I mean, like you're talking about
give me some. If you're rich, you have what?
I mean, you were talking about the porn industry, so I'm guessing in the diamond district. So I'm guessing if you're rich like that, like you were saying,
bro, if you're rich, what do you have?
What you were referring to, so I'm guessing money. So you were referring to
money, yeah. What's money?
What you were referring to. So I guess whatever is people in the diamond district and porn industry.
Actual like pound notes and dollar bills.
I guess wealth, whatever wealth is. Yeah.
So I'm saying I want to. Are we defining wealth as like dollar bills, pound notes, that kind of stuff, stocks, bonds?
If you want, yeah.
No, I'm asking, bro. It's a matter.
No, but like I mean, I'm guessing. I mean, that's sort of.
Both agreeing that
that's like that's sort of wealth. What wealth is, yeah.
So what? So you're agreeing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the thing is, according to the Bible, this is what riches are.
Right. So it's Genesis 13 and verse 2, and Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold.
So riches. So in the Bible, riches is what? Cattle, silver, gold. Land is another thing as well. Like actual food, crops. That's actual riches.
So like, people who own like agriculture then are rich then?
People own what?
Who own agriculture. So like if you're a farmer, you're rich now.
Yeah, they're
so like
that's the thing is, think about this. It's like what an actual plastic pound note. I mean, what's the actual worth of it? The actual worth of it is actually less than a penny. If you know anything about the Weimar Republic after World War II.
But it's not the same with gold and silver, like
No. Gold is basic. Gold has been money since time immemorial. Because okay, bro. The thing is like, have you got a point that you're gonna make like based off the money thing? I've got a point that I was gonna say.
Like, if you're rich,
let me just say this: if you had, I could have a stack of gold bills. A stack of gold bars, like and I could own those, and that is not going to take away from like the knowledge of the scriptures.
Okay, so it's not scripture.
It's no, but I'm talking, bro. Having a stack of gold bars and the knowledge of the scriptures are two completely different things.
Oh, okay.
Like what? I mean, it's not really hard to understand. Having the knowledge of it's like resources, man. Having the knowledge of the scriptures is just a spectacular riches to have.
Can I
with that, it basically gives you access to so many other things. Like understanding what actual money
Yeah,
is.
just like kind of question. So if you're rich, so if you're Puerto Rican and you're rich, or if you're poor, it doesn't change if you're an Israelite.
Bro, being an Israelite is a thing where you can't even, there is nothing you can do about that. You are born it. It's literally a matter of, if you were born from a sperm of a man that was an Israelite, you are an Israelite, whether you like it or not.
So I'm an Israelite.
If your dad's an Israelite.
Well, he's Puerto Rican, so I'm an Israelite.
No, but then there's Puerto Ricans that are Edomites, because if you know anything about the conquest of the Americas, when them Spaniards came over, they were raping up the women over there.
Oh, so not all Puerto Ricans are Israelites.
No, they're not. And just because you're an Israelite doesn't mean a damn thing. The Lord basically has said 2/3 of his people are going to taste the flames as well of judgment.
So just because you're on this list doesn't mean you're an Israelite.
Being on this list doesn't mean that ultimately it's more of an indicator of you likely are, but it's a matter, it's a spirit. So you got wrong with David 16. Because it really comes down to the spirit.
I thought it came to riches.
Bro, what riches of what? Riches in the spirit, God?
Oh, so it's riches in like material.
Bro, what point are you trying to make?
No, I'm
like,
exactly
with the riches, what is the actual point that you're trying to make about the riches? If you've got a claim to make, please state.
Well, okay, but can I ask you a question? What does the riches have to do with it?
It is getting confusing.
So, you know,
going
around in a silly circle. Can I ask a question, bro?
One sec. Let me just, bro. You understand, like, you can have riches. For example, you could have riches in knowledge, right? That can be referred to as riches of knowledge. You could have riches in stocks, in bonds, in pound notes, in gold. You could have riches in land. You could have riches, and you might have a lot of kids. There's various forms of riches, bro. So if you know, I mean, maybe it's like in your mind you're locked into where riches can only be like, monetary well-being or whatever. But it's the English language is shit, and it has inaccurate terms like riches.
What is it?
Can I step in, bro?
So what is the original word for riches?
Bro, okay, what you're, look man, I think all I can say is you're probably not gonna, let me get this man. Romans 8:16.
This is Romans chapter 8 verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
That we are the children of the Most High.
So basically, the way we discern who's the children is through the Spirit. We discern, like, through your spirit, who you might be, man.
Okay, can I step in, bro?
You're an Israelite.
Can I step in, bro? You seem a very intelligent bunch of brothers, and I consider my brothers. That's just a little question, and then I want to get into it, yeah? What do you guys have to say
Have a good day, guys.
in defense when you're told that all of this great knowledge you're sharing is coming from the white man's book?
What's the white man's book?
All right, then. Basically, the scriptures that has ended up to be the Holy Bible, and the history, as we go through the history of how the scripture has gone through the evolution and it's evolved into what we see as the Bible. I want to know, basically, and you're told this as the white man's book, because everywhere I've
Numbers
researched,
12 and 10.
I don't see, especially the furthest we go back and we look at where is this Torah that belonged to the black man and is the black man's authorship within that Torah. I don't see that. I see the
So
same.
you don't really you don't think like
I see the same.
this is a book for so-called black people?
I don't. If a person wants to take on a book as theirs, that's their prerogative. But as us as a people,
you don't think it was made for us, basically?
not at all. I believe.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I just say? I believe that we have been our brothers and sisters who believe in this book have been misguided into believing, say, because there is blackness within the book, that the book and the history or the so-called history of this book belongs to us. But when we look and do a proper research into the authorship, the editing, the translating, and the course of history is taken.
So who are you talking about, like King James?
No, not King James. I'm talking before it landed in King James' lap.
So who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the many other European.
Nazarenes.
I'm talking about the many other European under the umbrella of Rome who have taken on the Bible before it landed in King James'.
So I'm saying, like, what are you talking about? So you're talking about, because this has to happen after like 300 AD, right?
No, but I'm talking before that, my brother.
So you're talking about when?
I'm talking basically from my research, speaking to my Hebrew Israelite brothers, yeah, when we go further back and we say, okay, where is this Torah?
Okay, the thing is what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to provide some factual evidence or some kind of form of proof.
Factual evidence
behind what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying
there is absolutely no reason why I have to believe what you're saying.
Okay, no, I'm not saying you have to believe, but it can be verified. It could be easy to Google.
Well, then I'm saying verify.
Rather than me Googling something, brother.
I mean, the thing is
brother, rather than me Googling or putting out an encyclopedia book and us going through it.
No, but
I'm just saying.
But the thing is this is our men of wit. If you're gonna stake a claim, you can't just. There is absolutely no reason why I have to believe anything you're saying. If I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna prove that out of the Bible. If you're saying this is a white man's book, I'll go through in and out of this Bible.
No, but I'm talking about the history of the book. So. I'm talking about from the Babylonian Talmud. Yeah.
What about it?
From Babylon, so I'm saying exactly, when I ask my black Hebrew brothers, a simple question I would love to know, where is this original Torah with black only authorship going through it, that has now come through a course of history that became the Holy Bible without being tampered by any enemy towards a black man or distorted in any way?
It's called the King James, man.
Yeah, but I've just told you the history, bro. There's a course.
Prove that. Can you prove that? If you can't prove
the onus is not on me to prove.
Okay, no. Then
I'm breaking down the history of research that can be verified by anyone.
Revelation 1 and 13.
Thank you for Hebrew. I'm saying, what I'm saying is, what you see as in the Bible and what they claim, or the Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters claim is to be the Torah, the Torah has come from the same hand of the people who they claim is not the truth. The same people they claim.
That statement, can you prove that statement, and can you give any names to back up that statement?
You need a time period, a name.
You can't do stuff like that.
Maybe a picture of someone. I need something.
I'm saying to you right now, bro. I can go into my phone and start verifying the thing.
No, but just please.
I think that will break down the conversation we're doing right now.
We're here to break stuff down, so we want you to break it down.
But when you break stuff down, bro, you're breaking it down within the context of what you've been given within the book.
Listen, the thing is,
I'm coming out of that context
all I'm going to say is everything we do is going to be within the context of this book.
Exactly.
We're going to be doing everything, no matter what answer you get, is going to be coming out of the Bible.
There's different levels to this.
No, but
so where you're stuck in the context of the book, I'm now coming out and talking about the history and the sequence of the history that became the book.
Bro, we're talking about all that
level.
plus more.
No, but that's what I'm asking.
Because you're not even giving no names.
Right, if I ask a Muslim man, okay, where's your original or oldest Quran? He will be able to show me, Google that.
Are you sure?
Hold on. He'll be able to Google that and say it's in such and such museum.
Are you sure?
And this is such and such.
How do you know it's the real one?
Exactly.
But I'm saying, at least give me that.
No. But the thing is that don't mean a damn thing.
At least give me that.
Just because a guy says it's like, oh, this is the oldest.
All right,
this is the oldest.
All right, let's work over. Let's reason.
A guy can say this is the oldest Torah.
Yeah, but we can easily carve a conversation and say, prove that now.
Do you know how many copies of the Torah there were?
I'll take your word for it.
You know, in the law, every man of Israel had to have his own copy.
What's that?
Of the Torah.
Of the Torah.
Every man in Israel had to have it.
Yeah, but I'm saying there was an oral version, yes?
Bro, every man in Israel had to have a physical copy of the Torah.
See, this is where the confusion starts when it got written.
No. It was written from the beginning, bro.
No, but was it,
what did Moses come down off the mountain with? Did he come down with bits of air? Did he come down with voice bite? Did he have an MP3 player?
I love it.
Oral tradition.
But the Moses character is within the context of the book. I'm coming outside of that.
What are you? So then, I don't care then. The thing is, if you're going to say the Bible is not true, then we don't have anything to reason about, bro.
I haven't said that.
Bro,
I never said that to you. I never said that to you. What I said to you.
What you're saying is we need to prove something to you.
No,
we need to prove the Bible is true without using the Bible.
I didn't say prove.
Bro, this is not.
I didn't say that, bro. I said give me a name. Give me a name.
I already gave you King James.
No. Where's the Torah?
King James, the first and the sixth. Of Scotland and of England,
You're misguiding me. Why is it the
grandfather of Black Boy, yeah? The guy, you know, Black Boy, his grandfather,
I know all of that. That's arguable.
Charles II. He was described as a tall black man, yeah?
I understand the King James argument.
You know, Charles II.
All right, I understand that. Let's go further back than that, though, bro.
No, but
I'm saying, let's come outside of the context of the book.
All we're gonna gain from this is just a lot of wind blowing around.
No, but I'm saying let's reason, brother.
Let me bring out the Bible. Bring out the
Leviticus chapter 13 verse 2.
Yeah, go on.
Number 3, but when a man shall Leprosy.
It's around
I just wanna know, how
13,
come
13,
the-
15.
The white Jews that they claim is the real flesh will show you a history of writing passed down from generation after generation for 2,000 years of Torah that goes back to the oral.
Bro, prove that,
Yeah?
man.
No,
Prove that.
just take my word for it.
Okay, listen to
Prove
this.
it.
Listen
Yeah?
to this.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you can't. Listen, man. Just because
Our
you're,
brothers are
listen,
claiming
yo,
they're the
dog,
fake ones.
dog,
So I'm saying, where's your
dog.
team?
You cannot just
Where's
come.
your
You
history?
cannot just come and
Can you
say.
explain your history
You
to me
cannot
then,
just
when it
come
comes to the
me,
scripture?
bro. I can Google and I can find a Google saying unicorns exist. Saying,
Yeah, obviously,
unicorn was saying
obviously.
he was galloping over the Devon
Obviously, but you have to have a methodology to your research, isn't it?
No, but
and make sure it's
I'm saying
verified by
I
facts.
can find a Google.
Verified by
I can find
facts.
a Google
Yeah, but you gotta
saying
be-
that there was a man
Obviously, but it's got to be
levitating in the
verified by
street
facts.
5 minutes ago.
It's got to be verified by facts. You got people like
Verified by what
you got
facts?
people
How
back-
are you going to be? Where is it? Show me.
Listen,
show me
you know
in the. Show me
you know
how.
who's, one
How
of the
is it even
master writers of
possible?
Torah?
How
A guy called
is
Rashid.
it even possible?
A guy called Rashid, I can Google him now. A guy called
I don't
Rashid,
even care about no
yeah,
fucking
and
man.
Moses
Listen
Maimonides
to
who
this,
came after
man.
him, and their
Leviticus
descendants
13 and
after
12. And the
implemented.
leprosy
Listen to
break
this.
out broad in the
Commentary.
skin, and the leprosy cover all the skin of him.
Bro,
The
you don't
leprosy
have to
covered
be
all the
defensive,
skin
bro.
of him, yeah?
I'm trying to
That
educate
have
you
the
on certain
plague
things.
from
You
his
are
head.
not.
Do you understand
you are
about
not
commentary?
fit. You are not
Can you
fit
tell me about
to
commentary of the
educate
Bible?
anyone on anything.
All right, then speak to me about commentary of the Bible before you start telling me
What
about
about
the words
commentary
inside
of the
book.
Bible? What about
Exactly.
bro?
You're ignorant
No,
to the
there is
commentary of the
absolutely
Bible.
no. There is absolutely no need.
When you
to talk-
Google, bro, I beg you,
why?
when you go home later, Google
bro.
the commentary of the Bible
No,
and you see the Bell Drew
listen.
behind
If
it.
you, bro, I can
Where
watch
he was
Star. I
able
can
to manipulate
listen,
it.
bro. I can watch Star
saying,
Wars.
bro, but what am I saying wrong?
Dog.
What am I saying wrong,
No,
brother?
listen to what I'm saying.
What am I saying
I can
wrong?
watch Star Wars without the director's commentary and understand what the fuck's going on the screen.
Exactly.
If you want to get
I
a bit,
agree.
you know,
I agree.
if you want to get the thing is this is the
I
difference.
agree.
This is the difference.
See, you was much more calmer. You was much more calmer dealing with my
the
boy.
commentary
You're
of
so much more
the
calmer.
commentary of Star
being
Wars.
defensive.
Listen.
What
The
are you
Listen.
You're
The
being
commentary
defensive.
of
What
Star
are you guys
Wars
doing?
was done by the director
You're not
and the writer,
seriously
the
standing there
screenwriters, the guys who
pretending
put it
you
together.
know
I agree.
what's really
The commentary
going on,
of
are
the
you?
Bible
I agree.
is done
Why
by
do you
guys who
assume
came
you three guys
thousands of
just
years
like
later.
that?
That was a bad example. Can I give you
If
a
a
Why
guy
do-
comes thousands
Why
of
do
years
you
later,
actually think? When did you first start thinking that you
thousands of
knew
years
what was
later,
really going
how
on?
the hell
Because
does he
you
know what the
clearly
Bible
don't.
thinking?
Can I speak now?
Come on, guys.
Your example of the commentary.
What are the
is right.
chances
Can I?
that you know what you're
Let me
talking
speak.
about?
Don't interrupt me.
Bro,
When you're
I'll
sitting,
do
don't
it,
interrupt
I'll
me.
do
When you're
whatever
sitting
I
down,
want.
when you're sitting down
What the
watching,
hell
do I
you're
want?
trying to
Guys.
reason, innit? So you're being
What on
ignorant.
earth are
You
you
talking
wearing?
with the white
What
brother.
are the
You're doing much
chances
better
of you
than you do
knowing
with
what
me.
you're talking about?
Why are you dealing with the white brother?
Very
Like, what you
What am I
unlikely.
dealing with? I've no
No,
idea.
no, go on, get over with me now, man. Calm down, fam.
No, no.
All right, hold on.
No, you don't get
Let me
to
explain
do that.
commentary.
Bro,
When you're watching
Don't tell me
football,
what on earth they're
when you're watching
talking
football,
about.
see, you're grabbing me. You see,
I'm
when
not
I
Right,
does
I'll
commentary on
take
film,
tenors, I'll take 20.
unless you're watching a
Yes, they
documentary.
do. Yes, they
This
do.
is a better example.
Bro,
This is a better example. When you're watching football, when you're watching football, you're depending on the commentary.
No, you're not. When you watch
hold on.
when you watch
Hold
football,
on.
if you understand the rules of the
I
game,
finish my example. I give you client. That's when you're visually watching
Because you
football.
don't really know,
When you're on
do
the
you?
radio now,
You have to
when you're on the
craft something
radio
written years
and you
ago by
can't see
someone we
nothing,
can't question
you're totally
anymore.
dependent on what the commentator is telling you.
Okay.
Sometimes things are happening on the pitch the commentator can get wrong. He can use his own judgment. He could,
Why have you
you
got
have to take that
curtains
on
on?
board now as
Is that
what's
some
going on in the
subliminal
game
message
because
that
you
you're
can't
here to
see.
cover up
You're
the
depending
truth?
on the commentary. Now, I
You're
beg
in the
all of
dark.
you, when you research the scripture of the Bible, check out what the
Seriously,
Pell
why
Jew
are
has
you
done
guys
when it comes to
arguing with
commentary
them?
and
Why would you go
interpretation
up to
of the
people who
Bible.
clearly,
Yeah? This is why my brothers
almost
believe.
by definition,
they
don't
are
know what's
cursed by
going on?
God.
Alright,
You're arguing with them.
What's the original
If
name
you
of
win
your
the
God?
argument, that's
I'm
not
gonna
something
I
to
can
be
tell
proud
you.
of. You
What's the
guys
original
all
name of
know
your
what's
God?
going on.
Bro,
Why are you having an argument with them?
El. What is the name of your God before he
Bro,
became
let-
Yahweh?
These two guys arguing with three other
He
guys.
told Moses in the burning
The
bush.
chances are none of them know what on earth is going on. Look,
Jacob and them knew who I
this
was.
guy's even
Who
got
was
a
his name?
Nike thing on.
Why was his
He's
name
not
El?
even embarrassed to
Who's
wear
El?
Nikes.
El was the top god of Babylon.
Oh my
Why is the
God.
top god of
Bro.
Babylon having El as
listen,
El's name?
Aristotle.
This shows you where the Talmud
the
is.
thing is this
It's
is
linked
what's
to
this
your
is,
Torah.
this is what is
I'm
super
saying- I'm
this
trying
is
to
what
wake
is
up the
super
brothers.
lame about
This
it.
Pell Jew's laughing
What
at
does
man.
what does the word
Man's
El mean?
believing in
Like
his
you work for
Torah.
one
What
minute
does it-
ago,
what
maybe
El
he does
mean?
know
The
what
El,
he's
what
talking
El
about.
mean? Power.
So then, what is a
Why are you
No, but
wearing
that's what I'm saying. That's just a
the
title. But where did the
curtain?
title
Oh, so it's a
begin?
title. So
Yeah, where did the title
you say the
begin?
title
Where did the title begin? Where did it begin?
There's more.
Where's the
More
origin?
people can take
To
titles.
understand the word, you have to understand the people and the origins of where it's coming
Bro,
from.
there are
Simple.
boundless.
El starts
Bro,
in Babylon.
bro.
So you have to ask yourself now, why is your God have a Babylonian name?
Bro, what on earth are you talking about? It's a title.
Yeah, but it's a title.
It's just
but
like
where-
Adonai,
yeah, but
where
it's
it's
not
a title,
Yeah, but
it's
exactly.
not.
Why is the God of the
Right?
Bible borrowing
No,
the
no, but
Babylonian?
it's a title, yeah?
The top Babylonian God's
Bro,
title.
there's okay,
Ask
bring
yourself
it.
that. Why is it
Psalms
the
82,
Pale
82
Jew?
and 6.
Why is it the
Psalms
Pale
82 and
Jew
6.
and his academy?
Psalms 82 and
is
6.
the ones that formulated
Psalms 82
from the oral into the written, which became
Hell
the
yeah.
Torah.
Hell
and
yeah.
then became that.
Psalms 82 and 6.
Psalms, no, go to Psalms 82 and 1 first. And you see that God isn't alone and he judges them with the God.
Psalms 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
So we're gods as well.
We are gods.
So then that means that's the same word.
We are
El.
gods. No, El doesn't mean God. Gods. You're talking about Elohim.
I worry about you.
What is, bro, do you understand how
El is within Elohim.
It's basically, it's like when you take the word son, bun,
We
and then
understand all that.
and then you add on
Elohim
top,
is plural for
bun,
El.
young,
Elohim is plural for El. All I'm talking about is origins, though. Origins, bro. Where does El
No,
start?
you can't try it. No. El.
What's wrong with
is
that?
Let's
start to where the shit begins.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying. El means power. Elohim is the plural of that.
Whatever the definition means.
So then
this
that
or
means it's the
I
exact
wanna know where it
same
started
word.
and why
It's the
this
exact
God
same.
is
It's the
using that
exact
title.
same thing.
He's either
Plural.
I'm listening.
Bro, it's plural of powers.
All right, okay. We could
So that
deal
means
with all
that is a total.
We could deal with all that. So now,
it's even been put on us.
Exactly, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Get John
Who deals with
10,
El?
38.
Who deals with El and Babylon?
Get John 10.
Who deals with El and Babylon? It's
Bro,
not
get
the Pale
John
Jew.
10, 38.
If not the Pale Jew, who deals with El and Babylon?
You're being simple as all hell, bro.
Huh?
Do you understand what the word power is? Power.
Yeah, but you're talking about definition of the word. We could go about that all
Bro,
day.
if you don't use it, if you don't know what the definition of a word is,
Yeah, it's power. I told you that. I told you that.
The origin of the word isn't its
So
definition.
now tell me,
yet.
where's the origins of where the word's coming
Bro,
from?
the word El was around.
El was a title for the
Bro.
top god of Babylon. Yeah? Why is your
Okay,
God?
okay.
Why is your God using that? You
Stop
can't answer
right
that.
there
You're
and
not
listen
answering
to
that
this.
question.
John 10:38,
You're not
yeah.
answering. I know you can't answer it. You can't answer it, and you should answer. So why can't you
Answer not a fool.
Listen. I've got
That's
you. I've
foolish.
got you
That's a
anyway.
foolish question.
No, I've got you. Hold on, Genesis.
Brother, if I've got the
Genesis
name,
5,
he's got
4,
a- he's got
1,
a
I think it is.
precept.
Gone.
Go on.
John 10 and
He's
34.
gonna answer why.
How shall I answer them? It is not written in your law, I said ye are gods.
Hold on, Yahushua said it's written in your law, ye are gods, ye are Elohim.
I love that.
El,
I love
plural
that
of
verse.
El.
I love that
So
verse.
they're El as well.
I love that verse.
Now you want to go back to thingy.
I love that verse. But I'm talking about the origins of the word.
Okay, well you know the origins. Go on. This is before Babylon.
Genesis 6.
So start from the top. Let's get into it.
Genesis 6 from the top. And it
What's
came to
before
pass
Babylon?
when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. But the sons of God saw that the daughters of men, but they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be in 120 years. But there were giants in the earth in those days.
Love it.
Also after that,
Wait, what?
Now, what if I told you 2,000 years?
Verse 2.
Did you even listen to
I
that?
did. I know. I've got my screensaver on my WhatsApp right now. Genesis 6, chapter 4. I love
So,
that verse. But do you understand where that came from? 2,000 years before it ended up in the Bible, though. Did you do that diligent research before you started believing in something that you don't know nothing about?
That
Is that foolish?
bro.
Huh? Understand where it's coming from. Understand when we talk about the sons of God. Yeah, these sons of God impregnating the daughters of men. Understand that story
You know what?
was 3,000
You know
years
what?
older than any before Hebrew. The word Hebrew was even thought of. Why was it 2,000? It was older than Babylon. Why? Because it's coming from the Mesopotamian regions, which we know as Sumeria, Babylon, and Syria.
Bro,
yeah,
see what, yeah?
ancient scriptures written down in stone.
Get Ecclesiastes 12, But Marsh, you're making many books.
I'm trying to wake the brothers up. Hopefully, yeah,
Bro,
you lot will
what-
go back.
No, you're
and you
basically.
think, hold on, let
bro,
me hear what that brother was trying to say.
Listen to
That's
what's
what I'm
happening.
coming to do,
Listen,
bro.
bro, you said,
I've done my research.
you said, oh, go back to Babylon. I showed you it before Babylon. Now you said, oh, well, actually,
What did you show me,
2000
bro?
yeah, oh, when was this book written? Blah, 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 blah.
Bro, yeah, because Babylon, I'm not saying...
That is, if you're gonna do
Exactly,
that,
you just-
no, if you're gonna do that,
Right.
then that's not even a,
Bro,
we're not even
just
reasoning.
defeating yourself there.
You're
because-
just
because now,
basically
now your God has
just
used
not
a
even
title
deal-
that's limited.
You're
That's
just
what you
not,
showed
you're
me.
just not even gonna. You're
All
not
you
even
showed
gonna deal
me,
with.
all you showed me, your God has used a title that Noah knew him by, even Noah knew him by, yeah, that is limited. You're showing me before El there was something else,
Bro,
and I totally
I'm
agree with
not-
that.
I'm
So
not-
now you've
I'm not,
asked yourself, why is this the title of your God?
Okay.
That's one of.
One of, but what was the title before El? Because as far as I see, all the other descendants knew him as El, and that's what he expressed to Moses.
Bro, what's the name of the Lord?
And it changed from El Shaddai.
What's the
El
name of the Lord?
Elyon,
Bro, what's the name of the Lord?
The name of the Lord.
The name of the Lord, the
Okay,
Almighty God.
listen to this.
See,
Listen to this.
bro,
This is Genesis 4,
bro,
yeah?
I'm gonna answer you, but see, you can't expect my answer has to be
Bro,
intelligent.
bro,
You see
listen.
what it? Hold on, bro. He asked me a question. He
No,
asked
no,
me a
no,
question.
no. You can deal
see
with
the
it
good
after.
brother. The good
You
brother.
can-
no,
The good
listen,
brother.
bro.
All right, remember that question.
Deal with it after.
Remember
Go
that
on.
question.
So Genesis 4 verse 25, and Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For the Most High said, she have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh.
And then began men to call on the name of the Lord Yahweh.
Where is that in the Bible?
Genesis chapter 4.
Genesis.
This is when Adam's still on the scene, dog. So men were calling on men knew the name
and
back
now,
then.
This is what I'm trying to say to you, brother. Now your point has been made within the context of the scripture.
Oh, so now you're just gonna take the Bible out of the equation?
No,
give
I'm
me
not
a
taking
break,
it out of the
man.
equation.
Give me
I'm
a
not taking it out of the
break.
equation. That's a good point.
That
But
is a
why-
hot mess, man.
but why? It doesn't excuse the fact that I make
Bro,
that your God has
okay,
used
go on,
the
make
title of
your
El.
point. What's your point?
So then that's contradictory. You had the
Bro, what the hell are you
hold on.
talking
Let me
about?
finish.
The
Let me finish.
title- bro,
And save
what?
your question. Let me
Bro,
finish. Bro, you just
do you not-
interrupted. Let me
it's a-
speak.
it's a word
Let me
means
answer that.
that,
He
bro.
said Yahweh. He said his name Yahuwah here, yeah? He said his name's Yahuwah here. But then he's
you're
telling
through, bro.
Moses.
I didn't even say
Hold
that.
on. Then he's telling All right. What did he say?
You're through.
What did he say,
Bro,
bro?
you're through.
What did he say?
Yeah, if it's not,
No, but hold on.
Your ears are
Bro, is that not contradictory?
Is
Is that not contradictory?
Is that
not contradictory?
The name weren't for you.
Why is he not telling Moses that my name was Yahweh a long time ago and man knew that? Why is he saying my name was El and now I'm telling you my name is Yahweh?
Bro,
Can you explain that,
you
bro?
are butchering
So what did he tell
the
Moses on the
scriptures.
bush?
That is no.
All right, explain to me. Quote it to me.
Bro.
What did he say to Moses
The
on the
thing
bush?
is the thing is, you
Sorry,
said,
I'm sorry if
you
I'm not
said,
saying
that
that.
name wasn't around until the Babylonians, and I cut that.
No, I said the El.
Twice.
The name
I know.
El.
I cut that
No,
twice.
bro.
And then now,
Well, yeah,
and now you're not even.
confusing thing.
If you're not.
I said the name El. You went to Genesis and said that. I said that El was known.
You said,
and
oh,
God was known
what
before
was his
El.
name? What was his name before that? I brought you out the name before, and then you're just like, oh,
You said his name was
you're talking
Yahuwah
about-
before.
You're talking about where did
So his
El
name
come
was
from?
Yahuwah.
No, listen.
His name was Yahweh.
Listen, bro.
Yahweh or
Listen,
Yahuwah.
bro.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the two things you said.
Yeah.
You said, oh, this is where does El come from? I showed you before. This is the sons of God.
Yeah.
This is just after the islands.
Okay.
This is just after the islands.
So when did El?
The
Why did he?
Benjamites distracted
So why
me
did?
at the islands.
So why did he
This is
change?
just
Why
after
did he
the
change the
garden.
name, brother?
This is just after the
Why
garden.
did he change the name to El?
Then you said, oh, what was the name before? Oh,
Why did
just,
he change
just
the name to
after.
El, though, bro?
Bro,
Why
when
does
did-
El have to be
bro,
involved?
What the hell are you talking about?
He's
Bro,
dead.
what does the word El mean? Power.
Yeah, but why is he took on that
He's the
title?
old-
That
because
title
he's
don't
the- he's-
belong.
No. Who are you to say who the title belongs to? The Most
why
High
is he taking
created.
a Babylonian
he created-
title?
No, it's bruv. Why were people using it before Babylon was around?
Huh?
That's a good point, bro.
Why were people
Where?
using? Read it again. Read it again.
This is Genesis chapter 4,
Then say El.
verse 25. And Adam
No. The one.
Say El.
Zephaniah 14 and Zechariah 14 and 9.
This is Genesis 6, verse 2. But the sons of God saw the daughters of men, but they were fair, and took them wives of all which they choose. And the Lord Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Hold on. So the sons of God.
That's not explaining El to me.
No, that is. But the word God is El.
It's Elohim.
Bro, that is the plural of the word.
Yeah.
So that's the same word.
No, when you see God in English, yeah, it means Elohim in
Yeah. And what does the word Elohim mean?
Elohim is plural for
El-
gods. It means,
Yeah,
hold on,
so-
meaning,
yeah, it's plural.
one God in charge of the many.
No,
yeah?
it doesn't
Or
mean
the
that.
one God of power
No, you're
amongst the many.
butchering. No,
I'm
that's
not
called
butchering.
that's called lying.
Do your research.
That's called lying. You're lying.
Do your research.
El means power, right?
El means power.
Elohim, Elohim means plural, powers.
No.